I finished serving my sentence long ago, so there's nothing stopping me from taking an occasional breather in the overworld as a free citizen. There's no need to worry. The Fortress of Meripede doesn't currently have any problems so big as to require my round-the-clock presence to operate effectively. They say it's best to begin a friendship when there's no conflict of interest. Seems like the appropriate time has come. Some inmates once taught me a way to wield the elements by throwing around chemical potions. I guess whoever's in charge of handing out visions doesn't care too much about a little rule-bending. I was once summoned by Neuvillette to discuss some matters with him in his office. When I approached the Palais Mimonia, I saw him standing by the road, completely drenched in the rain. I held out an umbrella for him, and, well, he thanked me politely. His expression was a little distressed, I guess. I can only assume that I had disturbed him in the middle of something. Miss Furina displayed a severe lack of interest in my trial and excused herself early, probably because I pleaded guilty to all charges as soon as they were announced. Disappointing the Hydro Archon is a big deal, so I suppose I got no choice but to keep gifting her copious amounts of the highest quality tea. Sigewinne, the head nurse, possesses all the virtues associated with the medical profession and genuinely cares for the well-being of everyone around her. She seems to have picked up some bad habits from me, though, like frequently betting with her Melazine friends over who'd be able to put more stickers on my belongings. No, not actually bothered by it. Clorinde is the best champion duelist you can find. Her combat prowess is already the stuff of legend. I've never fought her myself, but that's because there's never been a need for it. I'll admit that when I removed the House of the Heart's spies in the underworld, that was kind of an intentional provocation to the Fatui. But their only response was to send down a bunch of children. Was it because they truly saw those kids as disposable, or because they knew I wouldn't have it in me to let them come to serious harm? The Fortress of Meripede works with Spina di Risula on some matters regarding supplies and logistics, but we don't have any other dealings. This isn't because I don't trust Navia or her abilities. In fact, I hold her in quite high regard. The only reason we continue to stay out of each other's way is because I want to honor the agreement I made with the late Mr. Callus. The Fortress of Meripede doesn't need her services. Yeah, some things are best preserved the way they are, warts and all, so people don't make the same mistakes twice. I say warts, but yeah, I mean the smell. Most inmates seem to gain a new level of respect for the rules after receiving attention from the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. As the captain, Chevreuse is an instrumental part of that team. Oh, that scar on my body? It's from a gash I got while battling a gigantic undersea monster that tried to take over the Fortress of Meripede. I'm just kidding. Did you know many similar models of handcuffs can all be unlocked using the same master key? Except mine, of course. They're different. Honestly, my personal abilities are pretty limited. I got no talent in medicine, inventions, or shipmaking. But what I do know how to do is find those people with those talents and get them to come work for me. I've managed to get myself to a pretty comfortable place in life, but there's still some things I want that are outside my reach, like a peaceful and happy childhood or the ability to trust other people. Maybe some people would see those feelings as shameful or contradictory, but I don't see a problem with sharing them. After all, why should anybody be afraid to admit what they want? While I do possess some stereotypical Fontanian looks, when you're an orphan you can never really be sure where you're from. Who knows, maybe I'll take a dip in the primordial sea one of these days just to check.